Hi, I'm Michael Joy. Welcome to another loft reaction video, or loft assessment, loft criticism, loft, loft whatever. You know, the realtors that go through these point out all the beautiful things, but they don't talk about what it's like to live in the loft. They talk about what it's like to entertain in a loft, or visit in a loft, or wish they had a loft. And it's not for all families, for sure, but it is kind of Hollywood sexy. Let's hear what these guys have to say. I recognize these guys. They're all like,
this is a one-of-a-kind designer penthouse loft in SoHo.
And I'm Ryan Serhant from $1 Million Listing New York and author of my new book, Sell It Like Serhant.
And we are about to give you a
oh, they match.
tour of this luxury apartment in New York City.
Welcome to Penthouse 1 at 500 Greenwich Street.
Penthouse 1. I thought all penthouses were Penthouse 1. This is pretty amazing. The crowdedness of New York, and then you come up to this space, and it must just feel liberating to be in your own mall. But that open floor plan can have some catches there to create little sacred spaces. Let's see how they handle it. These are hard places to furnish. The ceilings, it's a big space. I can't tell if they're high ceilings or low ceilings, but it looks low.
This is a 4-bedroom,
No, it's big.
4-bathroom, 5,400 square feet duplex loft with an amazing
Whoa.
roof deck on
That's
the
great.
market, asking $10.8 million. This is very different from anything else we've seen. Like, this is the definition of a downtown New York City loft with exposed brick, like these old, cool, massive doors that like came with the space that you would never move. You've got the exposed beams that run out throughout.
You catch your fingers between those metal doors and they're gone. That's it. Game over. Scratch your furniture. They're neat, they're romantic, all this metal stuff, but you just gotta, you know, this is the thing, is you have these industrial features in a loft, but you're walking barefoot in the loft. So just keep an eye on how much industrial is okay. This looks like you're super fine.
Everything. The initial building was built in 1890, and this is the extension of like the meatpacking district.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like when I think of New York, I think this apartment, and then flip side, I think of your apartment. Like super huge and awesome, and then whatever you live in.
Oh, love.
All right. Kicking this tour off, you have a beautiful entrance foyer, and on the left, separated from the main loft by 2 gigantic glass and steel doors.
So this is beautiful for sound. The skylight would be annoying, especially if you're sitting under it, but it's good that they created a little bit of room. These black frames, I don't know why they don't go with lighter frames or verdigris frames. The black is very contrasty, and you need some curtains because if you're in there for privacy, it's not just sound privacy.
Doors, a Skylight classic reading room.
Like, just even like these are real.
It's a poorly lit reading room. They rely on the
It's
skylight.
super heavy, but it's cool
It
because
needs
it
something
separates
more
the space.
soft.
It creates total sound insulation.
That's all right. For $10 million,
We've
you're
got
gonna have a
this really
designer
cool
solve that for you.
Industrial bookshelves in here, kind of a classic Eames chair. One of the tough things in these loft buildings
Not
is
too many
that you
outlets
just have
in there.
windows at the front. Yeah. But what's cool in this apartment is you have windows at the front. You also have windows in the back in the
Oh,
bedrooms.
great.
I'll show you, and you have these huge skylights.
Now from the reading room, the loft
I would have celebrated that skylight. You know, they kind of walled it in, and then you got to be right under it to enjoy the pitch.
flows into a massive open concept living room, dining room, and kitchen.
You could literally be
That's
in
a
the
wonky
same
wall.
room in different parts of the room.
Grandfather
Climb all the
clock.
way over.
Art. I don't know. I feel like there's someone with a better eye that could have done something here. It works for whoever's here, but this wall has more potential.
Here, and you're in the kitchen.
Can you hear me over there?
No.
Why are you yelling at me?
They don't even have to yell. They could have talked normal and they would have heard each other all the way across the studio.
Hello!
Oh, now I hear you. Oh, hey, you must be in the kitchen.
No.
Yeah, the space is that big. You have 5,400 square feet in a penthouse in West Soho. You need to have areas that are just for sitting. And then you've got this, like this other pass-through, this old school wood, and then you've got this like original, metal door on
Yeah,
the
it's
other
great,
side,
but
which doesn't
it's
work
not $10
anymore,
million
but it's cool
worth. I
because
mean,
it's
the
like
fact
this
that it's where it
backdrop to
is the
shelving.
10 million.
From the
These little
extra
features,
cozy
if you don't like
corner
them, you
sitting
can't take them
area,
out.
the flow of the loft leads us into the dining room.
This is the owner's actual dining table, which is cool because it kind of looked like a big surfboard. We staged it with these chairs because I needed chairs that had a pop of color to them, and so we got these.
It's fun to have big dinners in a loft, but it gets very noisy very easily. And I think these big long tables, as pretty as they are, for emotional reasons, round tables are much better. You can pass the food, you can have a lazy Susan, all sorts of things. Long tables, you have to be sitting across from the person you're interested in, and you'll never get to talk to your guests at the end of the table.
Velvet chairs that are nice, just because there's so much, like there's so many dark colors in a big
their
loft.
cabinets were on
Something that
wheels.
was a little fun, and the color when you're staging,
That makes
especially a loft
sense.
apartment, is really, 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 really important. And then we got this photography in the back that had some blues in it.
Which then leads us into the beautiful open custom kitchen, which is lit by an oversized skylight. The kitchen features a breakfast bar.
It's a big kitchen, but again, they're not quite sure how to use those walls. Everybody wants to protect the brick. You got that fire valve right there. You know, you're going to have your inspectors in there. You're a part of the maintenance program now in this building.
Those sleek white countertops, and of course those luxurious
Those white
looking
countertops are
high-end stainless
not my
steel
dream.
appliances.
I love little
It's
things
a lot
like
of space.
this. Like they left all of this exposed.
Very raw.
They had no
Everything else that
choice.
I've shown you, this would be boxed
Inspector's
up, covered,
test, you gotta throw
plastered,
those valves.
You know, with a little thing on it.
So it's really embracing just New York and the grit and the...
No.
What's funny is, like, who do you think this buyer would be?
It's actually funny because I posted it on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my god, that's Taylor Swift's apartment.
She doesn't live that far from here. Someone from the
Who lives where? What does that matter?
West Coast who just wants
They're
a
not gonna
New
talk to
York
you.
path that feels like New York. They love this place. Back even just 30 years ago, no one would buy it because this is $11 million right now.
Yeah.
This apartment, 4 blocks, okay? 4 blocks that way into SoHo, like 16 million.
Down the hallway from the kitchen,
I don't know
we
what
have
that
the
means in New
first
York.
guest bedroom.
This is nice because it's separate from the other 3
It's,
that I'll show you later. They're on the other side of it.
I feel like there should be a lot more alternative than either brick or drywall. I think there's some textured solutions that could come into play that are not being introduced. They're afraid to touch the brick. There's no crown molding in here, and crown molding would have really been pretty great, especially when they're begging for it with this kind of weird chandelier here, that weird bed, and it doesn't go with the brick at all.
The apartment. So this is behind the kitchen. Behind
your
the living
neighbor's
space.
looking right in
it's
on
a good
you.
guest bedroom.
New York.
Nanny's room. We actually turned this into a gym. We had one
a big
buyer who was
space.
like, I want to put my gym back here, and we were like, go for it, man.
Your neighbors will hate you if you put your gym above there.
With laundry and extra storage. And finally, we get to the other half of this loft.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
good.
there is a back half through this beautiful brick archway to the private family room / TV room, which even has its own full bathroom.
Which is cool because you can be sitting here watching TV,
I don't
close
know.
those doors, and the whole living room, kitchen,
That
sitting
door's
area,
gonna hit
and
the
that other
couch.
guest bedroom.
I mean,
They have no
these
idea
are all
what to
small
do.
things.
But then there could be guest bedrooms or kids' bedrooms. So this is bedroom number 2.
If you see enough of the lofts, they get a little tiring, don't they? It's kind of like, oh, a beam, oh, bricks, oh, big space.
6 Leonard that's there, a little bit of the Woolworth.
I want the
Gary
outdoor
building,
space, the
a lot of
balcony.
Natural light. This is basically
Easy access, privacy, a sensible
Still
kitchen.
like a barn door, right? That's down there on the closet space. That's the other side of that metal door that we saw that's on the shelf. And what's
it's
cool
weird.
about these old loft buildings is you get super high ceilings and big spaces. This 3rd bedroom is an entire apartment for somebody.
For New York, yeah.
Oh man, get trolled by Ryan Serhant about your apartment, Eric.
And then you've got master bedroom here and this huge room.
These are big
It's
spaces
nice
for
and
New York.
quiet. It's also
Really,
in the
really
back,
big spaces.
but you'll see-
Oh, did you see the floorboard heaters? Oh man, they had curtains right up on the heaters. You see that? You don't want curtains on an electric heater. I think they're electric. If they're radiator, they're very small. These are things to think about for sure, is that people want the fashion of the curtains on the ground, but if your heating doesn't allow it, you're putting a hazard right there. It looks like they have top ventilation here too, so I'm not quite understanding if that's even active.
room that's nice and quiet because it's also in the back. But you'll see that sailboat going by right there?
Oh, no way. I don't think
You see it?
They're calling that a view. Can you see that sailboat in between the...
Ensuite master bath.
And from the spacious master bedroom, well, now we're getting to the good
My
stuff.
wife would have wanted
Up the
more closet,
beautiful
less bedroom.
floating wooden staircase.
And these cable railings are very out of fashion these days. They're not so interesting.
To the solarium,
Here we
which
go.
the current owner is using as his office. Which, I mean, this is a pretty sweet king of the castle control center of an office.
And then you can sit here, have your
This is
big glass
great.
doors open, and then you're surrounded by nature. It's a little rainy, but you drop $10.8 million on an apartment, you want a nice place to have a cup of coffee.
Wonder what the
And you can
assessment
do it
is.
right there. Or if you don't want to sit over there, you can sit over here in your other sitting area, which is
That's great.
huge.
I mean, I would
And
be
you're
outside
totally
all the time.
protected from everything because you have all these bushes everywhere. And then you've got this cool canopy where you can see the ivy.
If it's real wood, it's a
That's
lot
New
of
York,
wood to
all the
finish.
glass.
And then you've got all
Those floating cement tiles
just
are
a
pretty
touch
cool.
of new. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to see more of these crazy luxury apartment tours, comment down below more NYC. Also, I just finished Ryan's book.
Okay, that was not a strong finish for a real estate thing. If I were hiring them to represent my apartment, I would have asked for a little less of their personal cell and a little more attention to some of the other things. Perhaps, again, nobody films at night. Nobody shows the building at night. When I sell my house, I've already created a video that shows the house in all the seasons and shows the rooms in different times, because that's really the mystery part, that when you visit a house you don't get to see, because you can't go back and see all these things at any time without permission from the realtor and the owners. This is the posturing of the sales deal, that when somebody has a very high-end listing and then they're trying to step themselves into that area of wealth, it's like, just be who you are. I mean, so you're not a hyper millionaire, but you're selling to them. Well, yeah, that's what they want. They want you to be smart and capable. I don't know all this. There's that performance quality and that stiffness in the selling your book. That to me cheapens the experience of a $10 million real estate. That I didn't care for. I thought it was not necessary. And I know that's how they're building their wealth, but I think there's more sophisticated ways that maybe they'll grow out of that. I don't know. I'm not in the business, so. And there's a lot of common issues between even expensive lofts and inexpensive lofts, but I'm a loft guy, a loft lover. I've loved living in lofts. I think it's a fantastic way to go, but you have to have a certain type of lifestyle to go with it. If you got a bunch of kids, lofts are not the right place. If you're entertaining, they can be great. There's all these if-thens, but if your lifestyle matches a beautiful open space without having to worry about privacy or sound issues or your neighbors above your head, loft living will make you feel like you have your own castle in the sky. It's fantastic.